I need to magically come up with $200 this week. I actually have another $100, but I don't want to spend it until I'm sure I have the extra $200 for rent. So this week is going to be spent just trying to come up with ideas on how to make more money, at least $100 more. So how I'm going to do that today is, since I have no commissions, I'm going to just start building more advertisement for commissions so that people will want to commission me. I'm going to push my product more, mainly in VR chat, because that's where my biggest sellers are. So I'll probably create a world where I can advertise the model for purchase, where people can try it out, and that's about it. Hopefully by the end of the week, I'll manage to get that $100. If not, then you guys will see my failure, and maybe, I don't know, this doesn't have to be a lesson. None of these have to be a lesson. This is just my life. Okay, I did end up making something to advertise the model. I made a couple of renders. I started development on the world to where I can advertise this thing in. It's a virtual space. Let me show you guys what that looks like. Maybe I'll just flash them over the screen, I don't know. But in the middle of all of that, I got a flash of brilliance. And well, I made this. You can't really see the details too well. Maybe I should have made it darker. I don't know. Number one, it's not anime, so we're good on that end. Number two, it's fine art. It's awesome. I can't wait to finish this. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but hopefully it will be fine. I'm excited to work on this. I need to finish my other paintings though, because I've got these two, and well, this one. Shut up. It gets pretty cold down here because, I mean, this is a basement after all, but it's also winter. Anyways, this is my weighted blanket. It's day 2. I've released my model on a separate website that sells models. One that's been more popular for selling models, which is Booth. It's a Japanese website that mainly just sells anime models, which is perfect for my kind of models or my audience. So I guess it makes sense that I would sell it there, but that's about it. I mean, nothing else to report. I'm gonna try and finish up that world I was started on and see where that takes me, and then I'll probably have a release date party for my friends in VR chat so that we can, celebrate the finishing of the model. I think art should be celebrated personally, even if it's not really art, it just looks good. But I think we need to start celebrating art again. I mean, we celebrate the opening of companies, we celebrate birthdays, we celebrate like any major feat. And naturally, that should go without saying, the same for art. So when you finish a piece of artwork, don't forget to celebrate it, by the way. But more on that later this week. I almost forgot to record today. My hair's down. It's gorgeous, beautiful. Needs brushed. I want to talk about the 2-week mark. It's from when you form a habit. It's the first 2 weeks are going to be easy. The first 2 weeks of doing something are easy, and watch this on your calendar. Like, get a calendar, mark this down. But if you ever want to form a good habit, make it past the 3rd week mark. A good habit, every time you tell yourself you want to succeed at something, you will quit on the 3rd week. Why is that? Well, that's when your motivation starts dying out. That's when you start getting bored and you start losing the fun in doing something. And the 3rd week period is when everyone starts quitting, because they're like, they put it at the back of their mind and they say to themselves, oh, I'll do that later. And I almost fell for that now in my period as I'm recording these videos. If you pay very close attention to every time you failed trying to make a habit, it is when you've gotten bored, you've put it off, and there's no longer any motivation to continue doing your project, your habit, trying to grow a habit, trying to develop a habit. The 3rd week is when everyone quits. You have to make it through this week, because that is the week when it starts. You're fighting not your body, you're fighting your mind. That is the difference. So in the first 2 weeks, you're fighting your body, and your mind is over your body, and it's telling your body, yeah, nope, you need to work out anyways. The 3rd week is when your mind is starting to change. When your mind is starting to see these things and it doesn't know why it needs to make your body move. Itself doesn't know why it needs to do it. It just knows that, hey, this isn't normal. Your mind wants to focus on something else. It wants to go back to being whatever it was. Any sort of change, any sort of new habit you form is going to hurt. It's going to make you feel like crap. It's going to suck. And I'm lecturing on and on and on about this, but point is that, especially with New Year's coming up, when you make your New Year's resolutions, if you quit, everyone quits on the 3rd week. You need to transition from just thinking to just doing. And truthfully, this is advice for me, because the only time I've ever been able to develop. I almost forgot to record today. My hair's down. It's gorgeous, beautiful. Needs brushed. I want to talk about the 2 week mark. It's from when you form a habit. It's the first 2 weeks are going to be easy. The first 2 weeks of doing something are easy, and watch this on your calendar. Alright, it's Thursday, and I just received the bad news. I have no real coffee. I know, everyone around the world is weeping, everyone's crying. I'll make it through, don't worry. Sometimes the jokes I say are so stupid. Anyways, so that's what's happening on Thursday. I have no good coffee. Okay, can I complain for a second? Like, will you guys forgive me if I just complain for a second? I'm gonna complain anyways. But I really want to complain about how every time I dress up, I have I can't work out until I change my clothes, because my clothes get all sweaty and then I have to wash them, and I don't feel like changing clothes that often because it interrupts my flow. And this is all just complaining, and I know yesterday I was just saying that I shouldn't complain, and that my mind is just working against me, and that I just need to do it instead of thinking about it. And well, I still want to complain. Okay? Alright, so I guess we're gonna work out now. The last video I watched had a girl, a cute girl, doing workout tutorial, but she didn't say anything. Like, there was no words in the whole thing, there was just flash across the screen, and that's great because I don't have headphones that are portable, and I don't have speakers, so I really need just something on the screen. I'm gonna be lazy this time and just do stretches. I want to be flexible again. I want to be able to touch my toes with my knees extended, hyper extended. Yeah. That sounds easy enough. I'm still sore from the last one. Like, 20 minutes turns into an hour if you're working out. Alright, already the dude is talking and I don't want to listen. Alright, I'm gonna pause this for a second, my workout, but okay. Let's go back a couple seconds. Oh. Before I go to bed for today, I started applying for different video game companies because I need a job really bad. Like, this freelance work, it's not cutting it. I don't have any connections with anybody. I don't have enough diversity in my work, so I need to start getting that, and a job in the video game industry will help. I can't keep working 12 hours a day for less than minimum wage. So